Hi, I want to talk about the three levels of life, the everyday experiences we have. Because although it's a simplification, it's useful. There are three levels of function: default, everyday, our normal self; fantasy; and the third is growth. And we move between them quite a bit. Everyday experience is just, we all know what that is, it's how we are. Fantasy, however, is bigger than we tend to imagine. Fantasy includes winning the lottery, 500 million, sitting in the seat of that new Porsche. The blissful smell, the feel of the wheel under your hand, everything. It also includes dropping an H-bomb on your boss's house and other exciting activities like that. But it includes all the stuff I wish I want. I really wish I could stop drinking. I'd really like to shed kilos. I wish I could be more confident. And in things like, I really wish to goodness my wife would blah, blah, blah. But I don't say anything. It also includes all the procrastinations. Oh, I really ought to repot that plant. Oh, I absolutely must fix that back door catch. We never do them. We just never do them. They're fantasy, which is fine, providing they're not in the way of your life, and usually they are. So what do you manage to do to overcome this? You take the stuff that you really are going to do. You can't choose to win the lottery, I'm afraid. You're not going to bomb your boss. But you are going to function better, quit smoking, stop drinking too much, shed some kilos, etc. To do that, you have to move stuff into the growth part of your mind. Now, children tend to grow fairly easily because they're full of expectation and curiosity. Adults tend to lose that, and older adults lose it even more. So you set up a system whereby you manage it, and I call it real change. There are other ways of doing it, but this is the big one. I repeat this quite often because it's really important. You set up your ideal self. You go into you in 6 months' time. What sort of person will I be? Yes, what you can have and all the rest of it and achieve, but most important, what sort of person will I be in 6 months? So you imagine that and you get the feeling of it, and it's really wonderful. I could choose something like, I'm a winner. And I can go into, I'm a winner. This is how it feels to be a winner. What's going on outside has got nothing to do with it. It's my inner feelings. I can be an absolute disaster. I am a winner. I feel fantastic. Now, some people find it a bit hard because the noises against that from the past are too loud. In which case, there's a way of going into the feeling. You tell your brain you're pretending. You can say it out loud even. Hi brain, I'm going to pretend for a minute or 5 minutes that I'm a winner. I'll have all the feelings, it'll be absolutely fantastic. It's just for 5 minutes. And you do that. And if it fades away, well, stiff, you have captured the feeling. I do it in my fist. I feel like a winner. Yes. And then from the 6 months position in the future, you talk back to your present self. Hi, David. This is what you do today. And you do it because it's all an action thing. No imagination, fantasy. It's action. This is what you do. Now, you won't be perfect. Not even I am perfect. You won't be perfect. Mistakes are just mistakes, learning experiences. Really important. You learn. And you don't choose massive topics. Oh, present self, go and build a 10-story block of flats. No, you choose the first step, one step, and you go and do that. Do it. Now, you may be like me, I'm ADHD. I have a timer, I work in blocks of time, 25 minutes, whatever. Anything that's useful, I'll do that on another video. But you go back into that. So you're pulling things out of your fantasy, your desire, and making them real. It requires a bit of effort. Growth requires a bit of effort. That's okay. That's vital to growth. And this starts to change your everyday self, your default self. You're growing. Lots of fantasies are great, providing they're not damaging you in some way. Growth steps are vital. Otherwise, you stay the same year after year, decade after decade. The really fantastic stuff about being aware of the 3 levels is you know where a particular idea or need in your mind is. I wish I could shed kilos has got to shift into I do not eat those things, I eat these things, and I exercise, or whatever it is you decide, and you do it. And if you fail, you slip up, you just go back, you keep doing it. Far too many people have gone on a diet. Oh, they made a mistake, I blew it, I ate a whole cream cake, so the diet's over. No, that's a death step. If you do slip, you just say, mistake, back into the diet. Yes, it's helpful to have support from other people and maybe go to a group and watch stuff on video, YouTube, whatever, but you do it. All of the stuff that solves your problems is about taking action. And if the stuff that gets in the way of you taking action from the past, feelings, thoughts, then those may have to be dealt with. And some of you need to come and see a therapist or talk to a therapist like me to get over them. But if there are things that really stop you going ahead, you need to get over them. If you're ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, if you're like that, like me, then you may have some structural problems about thinking, and you may have to set up more intense systems, whatever. You need to grow in the direction you need, because some things are very healthy and prolong your life and your health now and in the future. Some things you want to do to achieve a better life. They've got to be done now. Look forward to hearing from you. Go to ADHDsetfree.com, ADHDsetfree.com. You don't have to have ADHD to go there. click the chat button, arrange a chat, talk about the problem with me, and we'll see what we can do. Look forward to hearing from you. This is David Townsend, hypnotist, hypnotherapist, trainer, counsellor, for you.